Light Stick BTS Ver. 4 sold out in hours. Is the Jungkook effect wilder than any comeback in history? Is it really just a piece of concert merchandise, or did BTS just trigger another global phenomenon without releasing a single new song? When BTS official Light Stick Ver. 4 disappeared from virtual shelves within hours of its release, one question echoed across timelines, fan forums, and late-night group chats around the world. What just happened, and why does Jungkook's name keep coming up? From the very first seconds after sales opened, the numbers moved like a breaking news ticker. Pages refreshed, carts crashed, payment gateways stalled. And then, almost as suddenly as it began, it was over. Sold out. Not days. Not even a full afternoon. Hours. For ARMY, this wasn't merely fast. It was violent. The kind of sellout speed usually reserved for comeback albums, stadium tickets, or once-in-a-generation collaborations. Yet this time, there was no title track, no teaser photos of all 7 members, no choreography spoilers, just a light stick and a growing belief among fans that something far bigger was at play. Was this really about new technology and a sleeker design? Or was it about anticipation, symbolism, and a single member whose presence seems to move markets before he even steps on stage? As BTS prepares for their highly anticipated world tour arriving, the release of official Light Stick Ver. 4 has become an unexpected emotional flashpoint, blending excitement, controversy, nostalgia, and a familiar name whispered with equal parts awe and suspicion: Jungkook. The announcement came quietly, at least by BTS standards. HYBE confirmed the launch of BTS official Light Stick Ver. 4 just days ahead of the tour's opening phase, positioning it as a technological and aesthetic upgrade from the Map of the Soul special edition released nearly 6 years earlier. On paper, the timing made sense. A new era, a new tour, a new light stick. But what no one seemed fully prepared for was the magnitude of the reaction. ARMY noticed immediately that this didn't feel like a normal merch drop. The teaser video released on YouTube was short, polished, and dramatic. The light stick glowed with smoother gradients, responding to unseen music cues, as if it already belonged inside a massive stadium. The black, streamlined body contrasted with the transparent globe, the BTS logo floating inside like a promise of something about to begin. It wasn't loud. It didn't need to be. The message was clear. This was the future. On Weverse, HYBE detailed the upgraded wireless control system, boasting a wider color range, more precise synchronization with stage lighting, and smoother transitions that could transform an entire venue into a living canvas. Fans could now check connectivity before concerts, rely on partial automatic functions even if pairing failed, and use a redesigned app offering venue maps, pairing booth locations, concert history logs, and self-mode customization. New features like color shaking, which randomizes colors when the light stick is moved, and cradle support for ambient home lighting blurred the line between concert gear and lifestyle object. But technology alone doesn't explain panic buying. As the official sale time approached Friday, the 6th of February 2026, at 11 KST, ARMY around the world synchronized alarms across time zones. Screenshots from Indonesia, Brazil, the United States, Japan, and Europe began flooding social media, showing identical scenes, countdown timers, shaking hands, carts loading too slowly. Then came the messages no one wanted to see: out of stock. This item is no longer available. Please try again later. Later never came. Within hours, the narrative shifted from excitement to disbelief. Fans who had successfully purchased the light stick posted confirmations like trophies. Others shared frustration, disbelief, even grief. And almost immediately, a pattern emerged in the conversation. This didn't feel like a normal level of demand. This felt amplified, exaggerated, almost personal. That's when ARMY began to say it out loud. This is the Jungkook effect. The phrase trended faster than many comeback hashtags. On X, Reddit, and fan communities, theories multiplied. Since Jungkook's return to more active public visibility and growing speculation that he will take a central role during the Arirang tour, fans have been watching every move closely. His rumored positioning as a focal point of the tour vocally, visually, emotionally has already reignited a level of anticipation not seen since BTS's last full group era before enlistments. And then, someone asked the question that changed the tone of the conversation entirely. If Jungkook holds that light stick on stage, who could possibly resist buying it? It wasn't just a joke, it was a collective realization. Jungkook's influence has always been difficult to quantify because it doesn't operate like traditional celebrity power. It's not just about brand deals or chart performance, it's about activation. When Jungkook wears something, sings a certain way, or simply appears at the right moment, fans don't just react, they move. They purchase, they participate, they feel compelled to be part of whatever moment he is inhabiting. In the context of a world tour like Arirang, the light stick is no longer just an accessory. It becomes a physical extension of that moment, a tool to connect visually with the stage, a symbol of belonging. And if the stage center happens to be occupied by Jungkook during a key performance, the emotional math becomes irresistible. ARMY began sharing hypothetical scenarios that felt less like speculation and more like inevitability. Jungkook lifting the light stick during an encore. Jungkook smiling as the venue lights shift to his signature color. Jungkook leading a call and response, while tens of thousands of Ver4 light sticks synchronize perfectly, creating a sea of light that exists only because of this new technology. In that imagined future, not owning Ver4 suddenly feels like missing the moment entirely. Yet, this emotional surge collided head-on with controversy. Hybe's compatibility policy quickly became the most debated aspect of the release. While Verse 3, the special edition, and Verse 4 will all be supported for wireless control until the Las Vegas concert on the 28th of May 2026, everything changes after that. Starting with the Busan concert on the 12th of June 2026, only Verse 4 will be compatible with full wireless control. For many fans, this felt like a betrayal. ARMY, who purchased the Map of the Soul SE light stick just before or during the pandemic, barely had the chance to use it. Concerts were canceled, tours postponed, years passed. Now, just as live events return in full force, they're being told their light stick is effectively obsolete unless they buy a new one. Online reactions were swift and emotional. Words like greedy, unfair, and cash grab appeared alongside heartfelt posts explaining the financial burden fans already carry: tickets, flights, hotels, time off work. For international ARMY especially, the cost of participation is already enormous. Being required to upgrade a perfectly functional light stick felt like an unnecessary strain. And yet, despite the backlash, Ver4 still sold out. This contradiction only deepened the mystery. How could fans be so upset and so eager at the same time? The answer lies in the emotional ecosystem BTS has built over more than a decade, an ecosystem where logic often bends under the weight of connection. The Arirang tour itself looms large over every discussion. Even without a confirmed set list, the symbolism of the tour name suggests a narrative deeply tied to Korean identity, global presence, and emotional return. ARMY expects something immersive, something theatrical, something that justifies years of waiting. Hybe's emphasis on enhanced lighting effects and precise synchronization hints that visuals will play a crucial role in storytelling. In that environment, the light stick becomes more than merchandise. It becomes a ticket to full participation. And Jungkook, once again, stands at the center of that emotional gravity. Media outlets have begun to notice the pattern. While official statements focus on features and logistics, fan-driven narratives tell a different story, one of anticipation bordering on obsession. The idea that Jungkook could activate demand simply by being associated with a product is not new, but this instance feels amplified by timing. His return, the tour, the long silence finally breaking. All of it converges on a single object glowing in millions of hands. Some fans argue that calling it the Jungkook effect oversimplifies the group's collective power. BTS has always thrived as seven, but even those voices often concede one point. Jungkook's presence acts as a catalyst. He doesn't replace the group, he accelerates momentum. As resale listings began appearing online at inflated prices, frustration gave way to resignation. ARMY joked darkly about their bank accounts, about refreshing pages like their lives depended on it, about the absurdity of feeling this emotional over a light stick. And yet, beneath the humor was something unmistakably real. This mattered. It mattered because for many fans, the light stick represents reunion, proof that concerts are happening again, proof that BTS is stepping back into the shared space between artist and audience, proof that the long wait wasn't for nothing. And maybe that's why the Jungkook theory resonates so deeply. Jungkook, often seen as the emotional bridge between BTS and ARMY, embodies that sense of return. His voice, his presence, his ability to make massive stages feel intimate. If Ver 4 is the tool through which that connection is visually expressed, then owning it feels almost necessary. As HYBE prepares additional sales and navigates ongoing criticism, one thing is undeniable. BTS official lightstick Ver 4 has already become one of the most talked about merch releases in K-pop history. Not because of plastic and LEDs, but because of what it represents. So the question remains, lingering like a charged pause before the first beat drops. Was this sellout really about innovation? Or did ARMY just prove once again that when Jungkook is anywhere near the center of the story, gravity itself seems to shift? And when the lights finally dim at the first Arirang concert and a familiar figure steps forward as tens of thousands of Verst 4 light sticks ignite in perfect synchronization, will anyone still doubt why this happened? Or will the answer be glowing right there in the dark? Impossible to ignore. And yet, even as the glow of BTS official lightstick Ver 4 continues to dominate timelines and resale markets, another question quietly creeps into the conversation. One that ARMY may not be fully ready to confront. What does this moment say about the future of BTS fandom itself? Because this was never only about speed selling merchandise. It was about scale, emotion, and the shifting psychology of a global fandom that has grown older, more experienced, and paradoxically more vulnerable to moments like this. In the hours following the sellout, something fascinating happened. The tone of online discussion began to change. Initial excitement gave way to reflection. Fans started asking whether they had been swept up by hype or whether they had simply responded to an instinct honed over years of being part of BTS's orbit. Many admitted that they hadn't even finished reading the full feature list before clicking buy. Others confessed they didn't care about compatibility policies or app upgrades at all. They bought it because it felt like the right thing to do at this moment in BTS history. This is where the Jungkook effect theory deepens into something more complex. For years, Jungkook has occupied a unique emotional space within BTS. He is the youngest, yet often feels like the emotional anchor, the performer who absorbs the crowd's energy and throws it back multiplied. When BTS is quiet, his presence feels louder. When BTS returns, his visibility often becomes the first signal that something monumental is about to unfold. Fans don't just watch Jungkook, they anticipate him. They prepare for him. As whispers grow that Arirang will lean heavily into live vocals, extended solos, and visually immersive storytelling, speculation around Jungkook's role intensifies. ARMY remembers his ability to command a stadium during past tours, how his expressions alone could ripple through an audience. Now imagine that power amplified by technology designed to respond instantly to the stage. HYBE may talk about wireless control systems and color gradients, but fans are imagining something else entirely. They're imagining Jungkook stepping forward during a quiet bridge, the stadium lights dimming, and tens of thousands of light sticks responding in unison, as if connected directly to his voice. In that imagined moment, Ver 4 isn't optional, it's essential. This emotional projection explains why criticism and consumption coexist so easily in this fandom. ARMY can call a policy unfair while still participating in it. They can recognize corporate strategy while still choosing connection over protest. To outsiders, this may look contradictory. To fans, it feels painfully human. Social media analysis in the days after the launch shows that posts mentioning Jungkook alongside Ver 4 consistently gained more engagement than those discussing technical features alone. Screenshots of his past concert moments were paired with captions like, "Imagine this with Ver 4," or "This is why it's sold out." The implication was clear. Jungkook isn't just part of the tour narrative, he's part of the purchasing logic. Even fans who failed to secure the light stick admitted feeling a strange mix of frustration and anticipation. Many wrote that they would try again no matter what, even if it meant waking up at unreasonable hours or paying higher prices. The fear wasn't just missing a product, it was missing alignment, being out of sync with the collective experience when BTS finally returns to full-scale touring. That fear is not accidental. BTS concerts have always been designed as communal rituals. The light stick is the most visible symbol of that ritual. When compatibility becomes exclusive, participation feels conditional. And when a member like Jungkook is expected to be at the emotional center of that ritual, the pressure intensifies. Industry watchers have begun comparing this moment to past cultural flashpoints, where a single object becomes a proxy for belonging. In K-pop, light sticks have always mattered, but rarely have they carried this much emotional weight. Verse 4 arrived not just as an upgrade, but as a gatekeeper to the next chapter of BTS history. HYBE, for its part, has remained measured. Official statements emphasize innovation, improved concert experiences, and logistical necessity. The company reiterates that the goal is to create a more immersive environment for fans worldwide. Yet the absence of direct engagement with the emotional backlash has only fueled speculation. Some fans believe additional